筑成我们新的长城。中华民族到了最危险的时候，每个人背后就发出最好的号声。起来，起来，起来！
Everyone has to have their own thing.
Yeah, that's how I got interested in martial arts, is through Kung Fu movies. I can remember I went to the Kung Fu Academy, and then I walked into the academy. The teacher was a white guy, and I thought, what? I don't want to study from this guy, you know. I want to study from one of those old Chinese guys with the big beards, you know.
Have you seen anything suspicious? No.
I just left. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't look like the guys in the movie, you know. This guy's a fake, right?
If I hadn't seen a Jackie Chan movie, I would have never started karate. My whole point in going there was just to see Kung Fu. I was doing martial arts tourism. I went through a park called Beijing Park. And I saw Mr. Zhang. Just something about him seemed kind of intense, considering he was doing Tai Chi. And I went up to him and I was like, is Tai Chi like a real practical martial art? And he said, yeah, it's practical. Why don't you try to throw a punch at me? I threw like the fastest punch I could throw at the time. I just, right at his face, thought for sure I was going to hit him and make a point because I was, you know, young and angry at the world. But instead of me hitting him, he went out to the side, and it was at the exact moment that I thought that my punch was going to hit his face. And that completely blew my mind. And yeah, and then I started training with him. Since the 60s and since Bruce Lee's death, Chinese martial arts have steadily lost respect.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a slow form of exercise, which is called Tai Chi Chuan. I mean, the hand-wise is very slow.
Oh, is it?
And you push it out, but all the time you are keeping the continuity going. Bending, stretching, everything.
Once I get to a point where I can use it effectively, I'm going to start doing mixed martial arts fights with my Kung Fu and sort of legitimize Chinese martial arts again.
I was working for this technology company. I was assembling, you know, fiber optic components. I liked the job. I thought it was cool because fiber optics it's not something you really want to talk about at dinner, excite people with. But it's interesting, right? It's not a dull, tedious thing, right? I thought that was going to be my career for the rest of my life doing this. And then the company started not doing so well. They stopped hiring new people. I started doing like paperwork every day. I thought, man, I can't do this. I'm not tough enough for this kind of job. Right? I can fight in a cage or something like that, but I can't do paperwork. I'll break down. I started looking for other things to do. And I saw this ad in a newspaper. It said, travel around the world and make money. And I'm like, I'll do that.
His hands free. Get the hook. Get the hook. Get the hook, Joe. Get the hook. Get the hook. Fight for the hook. His hands are up. Try to fight for that hook. He's a heavy guy. Go, 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 go. Finish it. Finish that. Finish that. Stand in the back. Stand in the back. Yeah. Right in the back. Yes! Woo!
Vaughn, if he trains the right way and he has the right people behind him, he could be within the top 20. He's China champion. He's Korean champion, you know? I mean, he's fought some pretty tough boys, and his ability is right there, you know? I just think he needs to go a little further, more competition, and he would just get better and better and better.
他挺下功夫的，挺下功夫的。所以这拳真的是还要慢再低，啊，就说我这一滴水一块血。待会儿你自己可以。
he also feels that this is a very important project, and so he's taken 2 weeks out of his life to not rest and to not really recover, but to show me the new skills that he wants me to take back to America and practice until I see him again.
师徒如父子嘛，说因为父亲啊给了咱们的身体，老师给咱们的记忆，师傅给咱们是一个做人的一种最起码的生活的一种方式。父亲只是给你一个身体。
The form is an entire system of combat. You're supposed to do it at a fast speed and a slow speed, and the fast speed should be 108 moves in 2 minutes or less, and the slow speed should be 20 minutes or more. But when you do it quickly, you're practicing like if you were actually in a fight, how you would use the moves. At the slow speed, you're trying to put more concentration into the move than your brain thinks is necessary. That's the secret of Tai Chi. The slower you can make yourself do the move, the faster you become. It was so hard to move slow. I didn't think that was possible. When I train with the other students, they've been training for like a year in this form, and they are still doing it in 10 minutes.
这个练不到太极拳他这个杨太极是无尽无休，从小学到老，他是越学越深，学不到头。
You know, when I was a kid and I did those more traditional martial arts, I don't really think the skills I had were really that good. You know, if I got in a fight, I would still throw windmills or something like that, right? But it's only after I was in my 20s and I started doing boxing, jiu-jitsu, judo, sanda, muay thai, these martial arts that, you know, they've been burned into my muscle memory. You know, when I react now, I react with this knowledge. You know, it's part of me now.